y'all, it's Kay from the Literary Apothecary and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about my SFINC TBR. Now SFINC is the Speculative Fiction Indy Novella Championship Series. It is basically the novella version of SPIFBO and the sci-fi edition of, the indie competitions. As you know, I am a judge for Team BookTube, and today I'm going to be talking about my TBR for this first round of our championship series. I have total 11 novellas in my allotment. I have to choose just one of these 11 novellas to go forward to the next round. Round one takes place from September 15th to December 15th, so I have a little bit of time to read all these novellas. I've already gotten through one and I'm in the middle of another. My goal is to read one novella per week. We'll see how long I can actually stick to that, but so far I am 2 for 2 in the first 2 weeks. Now, as always, I will have the link for the championship competition series in the description below, as well as all of the links for these books, these novellas, in the description below, so you can get them and follow along. I think I'm going to be doing a reading vlog, at least for round one, so you'll be able to see my thoughts spoiler-free as I read these books, and that will be fun. So without further ado, let's just get into these books. My TBR has started off with a bang. I've absolutely loved the first novella I read, Shattered Spirits. It's gonna set the bar really, really high. So because these are novellas and they're so short, I am going into these almost completely blind. I don't know anything about these novellas. Some of the authors' names are a little bit familiar to me, so I know kind of that they're fantasy, and that kind of thing. But other than that, I don't know anything about these novellas. So I don't want to know too much because they're so short and might spoil them for me. So I don't have a lot really to talk about here other than letting you know what novellas are in my allotment of 11 novellas. So let's just get straight to it instead of sitting here mumbling this whole time. First up, I mentioned Shattered Spirits. The full title is Shattered Spirits, The Fall of Ishkarn by Cal Black. This was the first novella I read. I literally am just going through the list in the way that Nathan, the organizer, gave us our allotments for our teams, and just reading them in that order, no particular order at all. But Shattered Spirits started off this competition with an absolute bang. I loved this one so much. My plan was to film this video before I started reading these novellas, but as you know, things don't always go to plan, so here I am. I've finished Shattered Spirits, The Fall of Ishkarn by Cal Black, and that has set the bar really, really high for these novellas. After I finished Shattered Spirits, I started In the Lab of Love by Melissa Bobby. I'm not sure how to say her name. This one, so far, I'm just still early in it. I just started it yesterday. But it is a witchy book. It's a bunch of witches. This is the author of Nascent Witch, I believe is the title of that book. My good friend Leslie at the Nerdy Narrative read that for SPIFBO, and she absolutely loved it, and she said, I have to know what you think of In the Lab of Love. So far, I am really enjoying it. I love our main characters, and I can't wait to see where it goes. Now, the rest of the books I know absolutely nothing about other than maybe one or two of the authors, and so I don't have much else to say about them, but they include Shattered Magic by Emily Huffman, The Chase Begins by Amy Donnellan, Clean Install by R.Z. Held, Servant of a Pale Sword by Tim Akers, Solace of Memory by Allegra Pescatori. Now this is one of those authors that I was familiar with. I have the first 3 books in her series that this one takes place in on my Kindle waiting to be read. I heard Josephine at Fine Reads she absolutely blew through this series and loved it so much. And I was already going to read this series at some point, and then this book came through our team's allotment. This is a prequel novella, and I had to get on that. So I can't wait to read that one. Nayari, Traveler of the Circle by Noor Al-Shanti. I'm sorry if I pronounced all of that wrong. Starbinder by Mark Timoney. Traders Unseen by Dave Dobson, and Becoming Sola by Joyce Reynolds-Ward. Now, the plan is get through all of these 11 novellas, and if I still have time before December 15th, I will pick up some of the other novellas on our allotment and see what I think about those, because there were other titles and authors that stuck out to me, but I left those for our other teammates. So if I get through these 11 novellas and still have time, I will continue on with more novellas, but this will take up a lot of my time. So if you've read any of these novellas or authors, let me know in the comments below. What did you think of them? Did you love these authors? Did you not like them? Do you think I'll love them? Do you think that there are some that's gonna stand out more to me than others? I can't wait to know all of your thoughts. As always, my Patreon and my Discord information will be in the description below. Keep reading, and I love you all to the moon and back.